BART will also have to install new stair gates that are harder to jump by 2025. All the Bay Area's transit agencies will have to align their schedules and payment systems with one pass that works with all agencies. MTC's executive director, Andrew Vermeer, told a state Senate committee that transit systems will still need more cash to survive without making significant service cuts.
We believe a regional transportation measure is an essential piece of that puzzle, given the size of the need.
The next fiscal cliff for transit looms in 2026, which is also when a regional transit bond measure would go on Bay Area ballots. I'm Raquel Maria Dillon, KCBS. People in Contra Costa County can get 24/7 support when experiencing a behavioral health crisis. Folks needing support can call the A3 Miles Hall Crisis Call Center to talk to trained professionals who can provide care over the phone and connections to follow-up care when needed. The county says the need for A3's immediate response is evident, with behavioral health issues being the third most common call for ambulances in the county. A3 started off as a pilot project in 2021, but it now responds to about 200 calls and dispatches 30 mobile teams per week.
Now it's time for the closer of the week. Presented by LiftMaster and R&S Door. Turn your garage into the envy of the neighborhood. Visit rnsstores.com. This week's closer comes from Gabriella from San Leandro. Juan, Carlos, and Lupe did a wonderful job recently. I was really impressed with how fast they worked and how beautiful the outcome was. They were a great price. Highly recommend them. Recently, my garage door opener was not working. I was in need of a closer. I was put in touch with R&S Doors, and they hooked me up with a brand new garage door opener from LiftMaster. With LiftMaster's MyQ connectivity, my garage door opener can be controlled right from my smartphone. You'll know when a door or gate has been left open and can close it with a tap, no matter where I am. If you want to first 10 callers and receive 20% off a LiftMaster garage door opener, call 1-800-FIX-A-DOOR. That's 800-FIX-A-DOOR. Or visit rnsstores.com. R&S Doors. Look for the red truck. Dell Cyber Monday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable Scent Beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppable bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppable Big Wash Scent Beads.
Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Eric Thomas. If you break a federal regulation, should your fate be decided by an administrative law judge or in a court of law? The Supreme Court will decide.
KCBS News Time is at 8:15. It's time for sports. Here's Matt.
The 49ers, winners of 3 in a row, are 2.5-point favorites going into Sunday's game, the biggest game of the season, and a rematch of last season's NFC Championship game. The 49ers are 8-3 and the Eagles 10-1 and playing at home, yet Philly finds itself the underdog. ESPN's Shannon Sharp surprised, but he understands.
I'm very surprised, and I do understand what the 49ers represent. They've been the most efficient, the most well-rounded group when they've been all there. When you have Christian McCaffrey, you have Debo, you have Trent Williams in the starting lineup, they seem unbeatable.
ESPN's Pat McAfee says this year's 49ers would be favored anywhere. It's not the same team the Eagles beat in last season's NFC Championship game.
I think it's because if you look back at that NFC Championship, and Molly said this is an NFC Championship rematch, but in that game, it wasn't really the San Francisco 49ers. First drive, Brock Purdy, boom, Palmion, how you doing? If you recall the next series, Fred Warner dislocated his shoulder.
Niners are loaded, they are healthy, and they are rolling. Kickoff Sunday afternoon at Philly, 125 on Fox. At the Sports Desk, Matt Pittman, KCBS.
The KCBS Sports Desk is sponsored by the Bay Area Chevy Dealers. Visit BayAreaChevroletDealers.com. You may not know it, but the equity
equity in your home can provide you with cash when you need it most. Whether you're looking to consolidate debts or cover a major renovation, a home equity line of credit or cash out refinance from Fremont Bank may be a great choice for you. With increased home values, now may be the right time to give us a call to find out how your home equity can work for you. Visit fremontbank.com or call 866-992-INFO today. NMLS number 478471, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Pro football player Travis Kelce is pushed for time during the football season, so he does two things at once. Whether it's grilling while mowing,
Two things at once!
or getting this season's updated COVID-19 shot at the same visit as his flu shot.
Two things at once.
You can be like Travis and ask your pharmacist about getting this season's COVID-19 shot at the same visit as your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KCBS Radio, proud to be honored with the 2023 Marconi Award for Legendary Station of the Year, as presented by the National Association of Broadcasters. For more than a century, proudly serving the Bay Area and the trusted source for news. All News 1069 and AM 740 KCBS.
Let's go to Claire in the traffic center. She has a special traffic advisory for us, Claire.
Yeah, it's this crash we've been talking about in Albany. This is westbound Interstate 80 before you get to Buchanan. An overturned SUV. Highway Patrol now has the 3 left lanes blocked off there, at least 30 minutes, likely longer. Very quickly, traffic is backed up now from Carlson Boulevard, and then eastbound 80, just passing the scene. You can kind of see all the flashing light action there, so got a little bit of a slowdown there. But otherwise, East 80 looks good getting out of Berkeley into El Cerrito and making your way into Pinole and Rodeo. North Bay actually looking pretty good. Earlier report, we were looking at still some heavy traffic on 37 across Skaggs Island. That's cleared out. Now 37 looking good, both directions there. No tie-ups as you're heading into Sonoma or Napa at this time. And 80 is looking pretty good right now as you're heading through Fairfield and Vacaville. We're just sort of pre the big road work that hasn't started yet. So right now that's a smooth sail. Our next report is at 8:28 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
And Paul Hagan has your 6-day forecast.
Nice weather across the Bay Area once again today, but it's also nice to see a chance of showers returning to the region. That's what we have on its way tonight, already hitting the North Bay coast this evening, spreading across the rest of the Bay Area as we head through the rest of tonight into early Wednesday morning. This isn't going to be a huge rainmaker. For most of us, we're talking about not much more than a trace, a few hundredths of an inch of rain. A few spots in the higher elevations in the North Bay maybe picking up a little more than a tenth of an inch of rain. By Wednesday afternoon, we're already clearing out. Temperatures are still going to be 2 or 3 degrees above average in the low to mid-60s across the entire Bay Area. Temperatures will be very similar Thursday and Friday. We're going to be seeing most clouds and sunshine Thursday and Friday. Outside chance of a shower, but the better chance is going to hold off until Saturday morning. For KCBS, I'm First Alert meteorologist Paul Hagan, now also on Pix Plus, home of the primetime edition at 8 p.m.
Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 1069 and AM 740 KCBS. Your News Watch continues. The U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear arguments in a case that could put new limits on the power of the federal agencies to regulate businesses. It's a legal battle that pits a hedge fund manager against the Securities and Exchange Commission. But KCBS's Eric Thomas says the results could be wide-ranging.
Hedge fund manager George Charkisi was hit with nearly $1 million in penalties for misleading investors. That decision was handed down by an administrative law judge who worked for the Securities and Exchange Commission. Administrative law judges are not part of the judicial branch, but they do preside over disputes in cases involving federal regulations.
It could be something like deciding benefits, deciding licenses, or as in this case, issuing a penalty or some kind of fine against a party.
Ken Barnett is Associate Dean at the University of Georgia Law School. He says Charkisi's lawsuit says administrative law judges have too much power, and his case should have been heard in federal court by a jury.
If that is true, then that would mean that we are going to end numerous forms of administrative adjudications, at least for those that concern penalties or fines.
That would include agencies like the EPA, Social Security, and others in the executive branch. Charkisi's suit is getting powerful support from Elon Musk and from Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban. Eric Thomas, KCBS.
The Supreme Court has also agreed to hear 5 cases during this current term that collectively will give the court the opportunity to re-examine the nature of content moderation on social media. These issues have been around for a while, first becoming popular when then-President Donald Trump blocked critics from following him on Twitter and later was kicked off the platform. KCBS's Marcus Schaefer reports the court has a lot to consider in 2 cases
manager of Port Huron, Michigan, constituents were blocked from viewing accounts. Plaintiffs claim First Amendment right to free speech in digital spaces.
The platforms are arguing is they are not governmental entities, they are private entities, and their content moderation policies are their own, so that the First Amendment actually doesn't apply.
That is Professor Emeritus at Syracuse University, Lynn Greenkey. Two other cases under consideration relate to Florida and Texas, which have both passed laws that modify the internal policies and algorithms of large social media platforms. A tech industry trade group says the legislation unconstitutionally restricts the social media companies' First Amendment right to make their own editorial choices about what appears on the site.
And in effect, because of the algorithms, you never really know if what you're seeing is just stuff that you're interested in seeing or the entire panoply of information available to you.
Additionally, the U.S. government is being sued by states Missouri and Louisiana, which argue that the government efforts to persuade social media platforms to publish or remove posts during COVID were so relentless that the moderation policies no longer reflected the company's own editorial choices. The court's decisions in these cases could have wide-ranging effects on social media in society. Margie Schaefer, KCBS.
A possible lifesaver for your best friend? CBS's Deborah Rodriguez explained.
It could be a dream come true for dog lovers. The biotech company Loyal says it's moved a step closer to a drug that might blunt metabolic changes associated with canine aging. It reports success in a small study, though it says LOY-001 has not yet demonstrated it actually lengthens dogs' lives. The FDA still has to review the data. Loyal is not a lone effort. The New York Times says a team of academic researchers is also conducting a clinical canine trial of rapamycin, which has been shown to extend the lives of lab mice. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News. Amazon finally has its answer to ChatGPT. The tech giant said today it will launch Q, a business chatbot powered by generative artificial intelligence. The announcement was made in Las Vegas at an annual conference the company hosts for its cloud computing service, AWS. Q represents Amazon's response to rivals who've rolled out chatbots that have captured the public's attention. Amazon says the AI chatbot could do things like synthesize content, streamline day-to-day communications, and help employees with tasks like generating blog posts. And officials say that hundreds of stray cats that roam a historic seaside tourist area of Puerto Rico's capital will be removed over the coming year. The plan to remove the cats, who are considered both a delight and a nuisance, was unveiled today by the U.S. National Park Service. The federal agency says it will contract an animal welfare organization to remove the 200 cats estimated to live on the 75-acre San Juan National Historic Site that the agency operates in Old San Juan. And now it's time to check your money.
Amazon is joining the chatbot race. Its cloud computing division, Amazon Web Services, is releasing Amazon Q for its corporate customers. It'll help them search for information, write code, and review business metrics. Americans are feeling better about the economy as the holiday season begins. The Conference Board's Index of Consumer Confidence is up this month for the first time in 4 months. It's a reflection of a more optimistic outlook for the job market. Narrow gains on Wall Street and a lackluster session characterized by interest rate speculation. Dow Industrials gained 84, the S&P added 4, the Nasdaq rose 41. Charles Munger, who along with Warren Buffett transformed Berkshire Hathaway from a failing textile maker into an empire, has died. He was vice chairman of Berkshire and one of its biggest shareholders. Charles Munger was 99.
Really weak.
Larry Kofsky, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
Fucking phone. I hate certain phones.
Abbas Law is a rescue station for people who have been injured. One problem faced by a lot of people is that their medical insurance doesn't provide what they need. People come to us with state-funded insurance plans, like Medi-Cal, Medicaid, and Medicare. When they've been injured, they often find there's a long waiting period before they can get the treatment they need. And that treatment is often very limited. Even when you have private insurance and have been extremely injured, you often can't get quick access to the doctors you need. And then the insurance company of the people who injured you will say, if they were really injured, they would have gone to the doctor sooner. When you've been injured, you need to be rescued. Rescued from the insurance companies. Our law office is a rescue station for people who have been injured. We're good rescuers. If you've been injured, let us rescue you. Call Habas Law at 1-800-INJURED. Talk with us, and your day will get a whole lot better.
HAWASLaw.com.
you have neuropathy? Are you experiencing numbness, tingling, and pain that just won't stop? Are you taking dangerous drugs that have serious side effects and never fix the pain? If so, please listen to this message. Neuropathy is a serious progressive condition that only gets worse if not treated properly. Call SF Bay Wellness at 844-94-NERVE to get back to doing the things you want to do. There is no drug, exercise, or surgery that can heal nerves. Don't wait until your condition gets worse and stops you from living your life fully. SF Bay Wellness has a time-tested, proven track record of helping hundreds of patients to improve and reverse their neuropathy. If you're ready to regain your independence, contact SF Bay Wellness at 844-94-NERVE. Call now for your $99 neuropathy special and receive a personal treatment plan that is tailored to your needs. Call 844-946-3783. That's 844-946-3783 and start to enjoy life again.
I'm Leo Macon, KCBS, Foodie Chat, The Sound of Bubbles. Chef Dan Sullivan, Priest Ranch, The Kitchen, The Gas Station Sandwich.
That's kind of my Sunday morning at home, whipping something up for breakfast. You know, we had a long night on Saturday, and it's, you know, just some cheesy scrambled eggs, nice bacon, nice thick cut braised bacon on there, crispy potato hash brown, house-made bread and butter pickles, some jam on an English muffin. So it gives you all of that crispy potato, savory bacon, you know, kind of sweet and sour pickles, and some nice sweet jam. So it's a cure, that's for sure.
As a meal for $16, room in downtown Leonville. Do yourself a favor, pop by when you can, especially over the holidays, have these special events. More on Priest Ranch at kcbsradio.com and click on Foodie Chat.
Chlorinated water is for swimming, not drinking. Life Source Systems reduces the harsh effects of chlorine added to your water by cities, filtering water from every tap. For softer skin and hair, no maintenance, no salt. Call 1-800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com.
Let's check in with Claire once again. She's going to take us back to that overturned SUV in Albany.
Yeah, they've had to call for a special traffic advisory here for this accident. Westbound Interstate 80, before you get to Buchanan Street, this SUV ended up on its roof. The 3 left lanes are now blocked off to clear it. And right now, traffic on westbound 80 is backed up from Carlson Boulevard. You've got a little slowing on the eastbound side as well, as everybody on that side just stops down to take a look at what's happening. I've got the road work starting up now as you're heading out of Vacaville into Fairfield, westbound Interstate 80. You're going to slow down in a stretch from Manuel Campos over to just shy of West Texas. Caltrans just coning off a couple of lanes there. It's a moving closure. They'll be doing the other side as well. And it looks like they're getting ready to do some work at the Carquinez Bridge. Both sides of the Interstate 80 going to have a couple of lanes blocked off there. It doesn't look too bad yet. I'll let you know as that progresses as they get the cones down, but right now it's moving well. Looking good at the Benicia Bridge. No issues right now on 680 through Benicia, getting into Concord and Pleasant Hill. Our next report is 8:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Showers developing overnight with light rainfall amounts expected through tomorrow morning. Unsettled pattern for the rest of the week, but we will have cooler temperatures. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Consumer Cellular